Hello guys, it has been a couple months since I have uploaded a video to my YouTube channel. There's so much I want to catch you guys up on. I want to share a big life update, but I think we should rewind and chat through my transitioning from working full-time in corporate to leaving that and working for myself. Transitioning over, I was a consultant and also a content creator. I wanted to make sure that jumping from a full-time corporate job to working for myself, I still had stability, I still had a schedule. So I structured my business in a way where my consulting side pays for my rent, pays for my overhead, pays for my healthcare. My influencer side is all fun money, and I did it for a year and a half, and I came to realize that I am not good at balancing both worlds. I love being a consultant, I love being a content creator. Them together is not good on my body and not good on my mental health. When I'm with my clients, my content creator side takes a backseat. So when I worked full-time on the corporate side, I was so depleted and I was spread so thin, and I had zero time and zero energy to do anything outside of my job. I didn't post on social. I was really heads down launching products, heads down planning events, heads down just really focusing on the brand that I was at. When I made the jump over to work for myself, it was very important to me to diversify my income streams. But I decided that I was going to split my time into two main pillars. Number one is being a consultant. Number two is being a content creator. On the consulting side, I get paid with a monthly retainer. So I'll work with the client. I will give them a cap, whether it's 9 hours a week, 10 hours a week, and they will pay me a monthly rate. And that's how I price out my service. Sometimes if it's a short-term call, I could hop on a 1 hour advisory call and charge differently that way. It kind of depends on what the brand needs and wants from me. And then I can kind of tailor my services based off that. The money that I get from my consulting side pays my rent, pays for my insurance, pays for my overhead. It's like my adult money that I need to hit every month to stay afloat. On my content creator side, this is my fun money. So I have made different buckets. I get paid from Instagram, I get paid from TikTok, I get paid from UGC with paid usage. Sometimes a brand will like a piece of content I've already made that's online and they put paid money behind it, then I'll get like a different type of check. So making sure that when you are freelance, or making sure if you decide to go on this journey, to really diversify all of your different income streams. So if, say, 1 month content creator life is really slow and I'm not making any money, I can lean on my consulting side to keep me afloat. With that approach, you're not really freaking out about making your monthly goal, or you don't have to take on projects where you're not really passionate about them just to make rent. I saved 3 to 9 months worth of expenses so I can pay my rent. My life remains the same. The other thing I want to touch on is your mindset has to be in a very positive mindset. When I was working corporate, I was so exhausted that the thought of having another responsibility, another job, another, I don't know, stream of income was so stressful and I didn't want it. You have no job security. At any time you can quit, and at any time your employer can let you go because they feel like it. So what can you do behind the scenes in the meantime to stay kind of motivated? Because I feel like when you have a different stream of income, you have this different energy about you where you're kind of like an entrepreneur almost, and you're very creative. There's so many different ways where you can make extra side money that I think that's really helpful, so you don't put all your eggs in one basket for this job and they decide that they're going to cut budget and then they're gonna let you go, and then you have a mortgage you have to pay for and all these things. So just making sure that you diversify your income stream. And if you are working full-time on the corporate side, keep your side hustle to yourself. Do not share it with your work bestie. Do not share it with your manager. Keep it to yourself. Make sure you're not in any legal trouble where you're double dipping where you're not supposed to. I'm very excited to finally be a full-time content creator with no distractions. Consulting was not a distraction. I loved it. A year and a half of it is great. I think I'm satisfied with that journey of life. and I want to move on to something different, something new. I have a comment section on my website, lazygirlglam.com. If you want to ask me a career question and you want to remain private, anonymous, there is an option there where you can just type it in and I get it on my email side. One of the questions this week is for someone who is starting out creating content on TikTok, if I have any advice for them. I would say put your blinders on. Don't consume too much content. When you are consuming too much content, you're gonna talk like everyone on TikTok, and that is gonna be so boring, and it's gonna be very hard for you to stand out and grow. If you put your blinders on and you truly practice what it is to be a creator, meaning you're capturing content, you're editing content, you're putting it online. Those are the 3 things I want you to focus on. Capture, edit, put it online. Capture, edit, put it online. If you do it enough times, you're gonna get a rhythm. And if you do it enough times, you're gonna really have this style that's going to be different because it's something that you developed and it's something that you have grown through, where you're gonna be a very strong content creator. A lot of times when people want to start content, they're like, oh my gosh, what's my niche? What's my style? Just start doing it and don't overthink it. Put as much content as you want online. You can even be private, but I want you to practice those muscles. Question number 2 is how to get started in the beauty industry. When I graduated college, we were in a recession and the job market was in the dumps. In my personal opinion, the job market when I graduated is way worse than it is now. Now is absolutely terrible, but back then I think was even worse because you didn't have social media to market yourself. So if you are trying to break through in marketing, always think about what is your unique point of view and how can your skill sets match that company and help them reach their new milestones. So if, say, you want to get into influencer marketing, you have no experience, what is your unique point of view? What is that brand doing currently that's working? What are they doing currently that's not working? I kind of would let the brand know your unique point of view, whether it's like a group of influencers they should reach out to, a different way they should do a product drop, a different way that they should do a brand trip, things like that, if you can translate it well. Question for this week's Q&A is, how did I start getting clients? I wish I had a easy answer for you. I have been working in corporate for 10 years and I've worked at a lot of different companies and had a lot of different types of coworkers. I'm so grateful that when I made the announcement to leave, every single person I've ever worked for or worked with reached out and has connected me to someone who needed my services. So I've been very lucky in the 1.5 years that I've been in business. It's all been word of mouth. Also, the last 3 companies that I've worked for, my work is very visible, meaning if you go on Instagram, if you go on TikTok, you can see my work, whether it's a brand trip or a dinner, you can see it visibly and it's easily translated. So those 2 things really helped me stand out in the market. People knew my name, they knew what I did at what company. Number 2, because I have been working for so long, all of my friends are either directors or they work on the brand side. I have kind of like a one-on-one connection in, so it's a faster track. And my piece of advice that I would leave for you guys is genuinely get to know people. Don't try to get to know someone because they're a director or they're this and that. Those relationships really don't go that far. If you genuinely go to your accounts payable department and like talk to the people who are cutting the checks for you, or you know, go to, I don't know, IT or anyone and just get to know that person on a personal level. You never know who they know. You never know where they're gonna go after this opportunity, and you can reconnect later. Be a nice person, work hard, and like genuinely get to know people for who they are and not what they do. If you guys have not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you do so you don't miss anything. And thank you for being here. I'll see you guys in my next video.